Good morning, YouTube. As always, I got to start this stream a little earlier to get it to work. Good morning, and welcome to Jubutsu Kyoji, the Animal Liberation Temple. I just need to check the live streams, and as you can see, I'm inside today. It is pouring rain outside, so I will have to do the services from inside my house. Please excuse the camera that's really up close. I have it as far away as I can get it with inside my house. So that's just kind of the best I can do. Right now I'm just checking the live streams. Good morning, Jackie. Again, if you're just joining us, it's pouring rain outside, so I'm having to have the services done inside, and that is why my camera is so close. We are live on. Good morning, Yolanda. I think it's the camera that makes me looking good and healthy. Good morning, Neil. I'm actually probably not doing as well as I should be right now, or just not doing well right now. Before I start with the updates, um, I need to let folks know. Yesterday morning, Jingda, my best friend, passed away. I'm sorry. We were, he was 22 years old. Which meant he spent 19 years with me. I adopted him when he was 3 years old. And I want to take some time to tell you Jingda's story. You see, at the time, I had my first dog with me, Missy. She passed away about 3 years ago. But I had Jingda and Missy to, I had Missy, and then I wanted to adopt another dog. And, since Missy was my first dog, I was like, I'd like to adopt another dog that was like Missy, a female, Missy was a Lhasa Apso poodle, and, kind of looking for that type of dog. And of course, even though I wasn't vegan at the time, I knew that, adoption is best, and I needed to adopt a dog. So decided to, look at the county shelters, and I went to the county shelter that was nearby me. And I didn't find anybody, who fit the criteria. In the very front, there was a little Chihuahua, so cute, and I looked at his little bio on the glass kennel. He was up front. He was being featured, and I knew he was cute. He was a boy, and I didn't want a boy, and I wasn't really looking for a Chihuahua. And since he was up front, I thought he'll get adopted. He's so cute. So I left that day, and 2 weeks later, I decided to give it another try, and I went to a county shelter on the opposite side of the county. Related, they're related shelters, but they were on the opposite side of town. And I thought, since I was on that side of town, I'm gonna go check out the shelters. And I walked into that shelter, and he was he was there. And I thought, wow, that's crazy. I don't, they sometimes they'll move dogs around if they're not getting adopted, and well, if they moved him around, then he's gonna get adopted out here. And I looked around some more and just didn't really see who I was looking for, and so I left, and like a month later, um, they had this adoption event at a Petco where the county comes out with these buses, and these buses have dogs on it. And I went to this bus, and it was towards the end of the day, and they were kind of packing things up, and I said, I'll walk on the bus real quick, and they only had like a handful of dogs, and Jingda was there again. So I told them that I had seen this dog before, and I wasn't really interested. I wasn't looking for a boy. And they were like, well, he seems to recognize you. So I said, well, they asked me if I could take him on a walk because he hasn't gone for a walk yet before he goes back on the bus. I said, sure, I'll take him for a walk. And I was walking around the Petco with him, and this lovely couple came up and said, that's a really cute dog. And I said, I know, I'm just taking him for a walk for the shelter. I'm not adopting him. So, he's up for adoption. And they told me that he looked at home with me, and that it looked like he chose me. Sorry. So I walked back into the bus, and I told them that I would adopt him. And he still needed to be neutered. So I said, okay. And so he went back to the shelter. And, but, I put my name down, and I was going to adopt him. And every day at lunch, I'd go to the shelter and visit with him on my lunch breaks. Until he got, it took 5 days to get his neuter done. And so I would just sit with him every day. until I finally took him home. And he spent the next 19 years with me. We lived in apartments together, and you know, I had once had to live in my car, and he lived in the car with me. Uh, Lived in trailers and houses, and you know, eventually moved into the sanctuary in Arizona with me, and then to the sanctuary up here in California. He's been through so much, and he went vegan with me. Sorry. Uh, so, uh, I've just been trying to survive. Um, you know, a lot of times I talk about, it's a little difficult up here, but absolutely stunning and beautiful. And I'm blessed to have the life that I have to be able to take care of animals. Um, the hardest thing is having to face these deaths alone. And so I've been doing my best to process all of this and go through it. Jingda was ordained yesterday as a Buddhist monk within the Animal Liberation Temple. I was able to do the service for him while he was still alive. I knew he was passing, so he did not pass alone. I was right here with him. And this is it's just going to be a difficult next couple days or something. And it's pouring rain right now, so I haven't got out and fed everyone. I'm gonna have to wait for the rain to stop. It's supposedly gonna completely stop at noon, and that's okay. Noon is a appropriate time to still feed everybody. Um, but I checked on everybody yesterday. The ducks, Breve, Greve, Amanda, and Renee are doing well. Lucy's right here next to me. She's been wonderful. Saw the goats yesterday. Rob, Matt, and Philip. Uh, Miyachi and the other two tortoises are in the medical building, staying warm. They're doing well. Pre and Harriet, I saw this morning when I was out trying to get things ready. They're doing well. Um, Jax and Jimmy are doing well. Our rooster friends. Wendy, the guinea fowl, is doing well. I heard her this morning, and I can see her out the window. Um, all of our roosters in the main area, Sabrina May, Brad, Hard One, Mr. Black, Elton, and Magnus are all doing well. Our hens, Glennis, Gwen, Alice, Melissa, Melinda, Sunny, Dora, and Daniela are doing well. I have a photo I'm going to share later today. Yesterday they were all congregating. The little fence that separates the pond so that a lot of dirt and straw doesn't get blown into the pond. And they were all huddled by the fence, and it looked like they were having a little meeting. Um, Yamabushi and Hasu are doing well. I think Hasu's drinking some water right now. Sequoia, you might hear her every now and again, kind of cooing in the background. She's doing really well. Uh, that was her. I call it her laugh, um, or his laugh. Sequoia's doing well. Uh, in the Cornwall corner, Poppy, Aster, Ivy, Azalea, Peony, Cynthia, Lotus, Edward, Magnolia, Hazel, Sage, Marigold, Camilla, Hydrangea, Holly, and Zinnia are all doing really well. Um, I took some photos yesterday of them. They'll be up this week. I'm still pushing our end of year fundraiser really hard. Um, people are donating small amounts here and there, which are really starting to add up, and that's I think that's what it takes to have a successful fundraiser. Not only that, or getting it to the right people who can make larger donations. So sharing these have been really helpful, and I know just about everybody um, on this live stream right now has shared our fundraiser and or donated. So thank you so much. Our pigeons: FP, Champagne, Appletini, Tulin, Sasha, Yo-Yo, Petey, Ricky, Spencer, Shambles, Beluga, Beth, Pee Wee, Cascade, Augustus, Frankie, Rufus, Harper, Elliot, Snickers, Boba, Kismet, Farah, Angus, Pandora, Jones, Finn, Sin, Harriet, Lago, Fred, Tramonto, Halo, Ben, Capone, Thimble, Percy, Pacino, Lacey, and Sasha are all doing really well. I know a lot of you folks out there understand feeling of loss, losing a friend. Um, so thank you for understanding. And I'm gonna do my best to get through services today. I didn't want to cancel, although I was close with the rain and just not feeling very well. But I'm here, dedicating this time to our dear animal friends. A lot of comments. I'll go through and read all the comments afterwards. My vision is getting blurry from crying here. We'll start with today's prayers and mantras and sutras, as always, dedicated to our dear animal friends, and of course, dedicated to my dear Jingda. Um, and I'll do my best with the instruments this morning. It's kind of hard to set this up inside. Maka hanya haramita shinyo kanji zai bozatsu gyojin hanya haramita jiso kengo onkai kudo isai yaku shari shi shiki fuku kufu shiki shiki zokuze kuku zokuze shiki fuku kufu shiki shiki zokuze kuku zokuze shiki ju sogyo shiki yaku bunya ze shari shi ze shohoku so fu shou fu metsu fuku fu zhou fu zhou fu genze koku ju mu shiki mu ju sogyo shiki mu gen ni bi zen shin ni mu shiki shoko mi soku ho mu gen kai nai shi mu i shiki kai mu mu myo yaku mu mu myo Butsu Shu Watsu Gyate Gyate Hara Gyate Hara So Gyate Boji Sowaka Hanya Shinyo Negu Waku wa Kono Kutoko Mote Amaneku Isane Yoyo Boji Warira Toshija Tomina Tomino Butsudo Jingda O Animal Liberation O Jozen Gota O Jiho Sanshi Foshi Son Bosa Foshi Son Bosa Mokosa Moko Hoja Horo Mi Say the refuge prayer. Ge Jodan to Gi Janam Na Janju Parduk Takli Gyapsu Ji Taki Jinso Gipe Sonam Ge Jola Penjer Sange Jupar Sho. The Buddha, Dharma, and excellent assembly of the Sangha, until I attain enlightenment, these I take refuge. By my practice of the six perfections, may all sentient beings attain the state of Buddhahood. We now recite the four great Bodhisattva vows, Shigi Segan. Shujo Muhen Segando Bono Mujien Segandan Omon Muryo Segangak Otado Mujo Seganjo. However numerous sentient beings, I vow to enlighten them all. However inexhaustible my delusions, I vow to extinguish them all. However immeasurable the dharmas, I vow to master them all. However endlessly enlightened way, I vow to follow it fully. We now recite the 6 vows to our dear animal friends. However numerous my dear animal friends, I vow to liberate them all. However diverse the methods of animal liberation, I vow to support them all. However unheard their voices, I vow to speak out for them all. However painful and inexhaustible the methods of suffering, I vow to bear witness to them all. However infinite the cages and tanks, I vow to empty them all. However difficult animal liberation, I vow to achieve it completely. The recitations of Vajrasattva purification mantra, and I don't have my bell with me. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Anupalaya Vajrasattva Te No Pachista Jedo Me Bhava Sito Sho Me Bhava Supa Sho Me Bhava Anurata Me Bhava Sarva Sita Me Prayata Sarva Karma Sita Me Nityam Shri Yam Kuru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajrama Me Mucha Vajri Bhava Mahasamamya Safaha. There we go. See Neil knew had a I had a Lhasa Apso friend. Yeah, they're really really great. Like I said, Missy was a Lhasa Apso. And just quickly looking through some of the comments, make sure I didn't miss anything that I need to address. Thank you, folks, for all of your well wishes and so needless to say, I don't have a talk prepared today. Um, I knew I wanted to say a little bit about Jingda. I know my my wish is that he is reincarnated in wherever is most beneficial for all sentient beings. I know that in this life, he was most beneficial to other sentient beings, and he was most beneficial to me. I know he helped me see the interconnectedness of all sentient beings. He helped me realize that that all of our dear animal friends are deserving of consideration and care. I think there will always be a place in my heart for little small dogs like him. You know, when I first came up to this land to kind of check it out, um, kind of see, you know, if it was something I could build on, and you know, I came and checked it out, and looked really good, and so then um, I needed to start building before all the animals came and moved up with me. So I spent 2 weeks up here building some of the enclosures so that when our residents came, they had a safe place to land. And as those 2 weeks I spent building up here, Jingda was with me. He was the only resident I brought with me to kind of help me build this place. So, in a lot of ways, he's one of the founders of the Martinez Sanctuary. He would sleep in the bed with me, but his favorite thing to do was go down and he'd rest his little head on my ankle. And I remember not wanting to move so I didn't disturb him because his little head was rested on my ankle. And even mornings like this, I can still feel him there. He'll be a tough one to recover from. Uh, but I'll do my best. There's a lot of work still left to do here. We're gonna have a mess to clean up today after the rain. This rainstorm passes. It looks like we might not have any rain until the new year now, so we might have a little break in this rainstorm. And I'll be able to kind of clean things up. And like I mentioned before, we're still trying to really push our end of year fundraiser, so if folks can please share our posts and things like that. That'd be super helpful. Um, it is difficult to get things done right now. The rain and just where my heart is right now, it's gonna take me some time to recover. And I know that this service has been a little short, and I didn't have a talk prepared. Um, but what I'd like to do is conclude with the animal liberation prayer and the dedication of merit, as well as it's pouring outside, so I won't even be able to bring my camera out without breaking it. Um, so instead, we'll see if one of my rat friends is awake, and we'll visit with him. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who are subject to unbearable pain in labs throughout the world, be free of all suffering. May alternatives to animal experimentation, vivisection, and dissection be implemented immediately. May bodhicitta, the quality of compassion that leads to enlightenment, fill the hearts of those who imprison them. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who suffer endless days, months, and years, locked in tiny cages unable to move, be filled with peace and calm. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who are forcibly taken from their families, be reunited, and may all families be able to stay together. May the hearts of those who work in slaughterhouses, factory farms, and all industries that exploit our dear animal friends be filled with bodhicitta, so the very thought of harm is purified. May they never kill again, and may the slaughterhouse lines, factory farms, and all industries that exploit our dear animal friends become immediately empty. May no animal be afraid or depressed. May their bodies be free of injuries, disease, and illness. May the mutilation of their bodies be forever ceased. May those who need homes that have been driven from them find shelter, plentiful food, and water. May there be liberation for those tortured for fur, entertainment, or who are hunted. May those who believe that they are superior to our brother and sister animals develop perfect equanimity, and may they realize in their hearts that all sentient beings possess Buddha nature, potentially completely free of suffering, and that they are not ours to kill or exploit. May the billions of land and sea-dwelling sentient beings who are abused, exploited, and killed due to greed, hatred, and ignorance be free of suffering. May all the nets, hooks, blades, projectiles, traps, snares, cages, pens, tanks, lethal restraints, saddles, reins, prods, bait, poison, and all instruments used to harm, exploit, and dominate our dear animal friends be forever abolished. May all human and non-human sentient beings live together in harmony, peace, equanimity, and achieve perfect enlightenment quickly. May we all experience happiness, safety, freedom, and animal liberation in this very lifetime. And we now recite the dedication of merit. Throughout our many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue we have accomplished, including this aspiration for peace, and all that we will ever attain, this we offer for the benefit of all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends. May suffering and exploitation and unnecessary death be decreased for every being, while wisdom, bliss, and compassion increase in this and every future life. May we clearly and instantly perceive the plight of our dear animal friends with the urgency and seriousness they deserve, and our every action leads them to complete liberation. May we quickly attain enlightenment and work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. service is dedicated to my dearest friend Jingda. See if one of my rats wants to come out. Say hi. Yo, Bushy, do you want to come out and say hi? What do you think? Yes? I see you run up. So, Yamabushi, he likes to be up on my shoulder rather than me just holding him in my hand. Um, I asked if he wanted to come out. He came running up to the door. Hi, baby. This is Yamabushi. His brother Hasa is not as wanting to come out all the time. Um, every now and again when it gets like usually later at night. But Yamabushi's always excited to come out and explore and see how things are going and meet people and yeah. But this is my good friend Yamabushi. So thank you everybody for joining this morning here at Dobutsukayoji, the Animal Liberation Temple, where we are at the service of the spiritual and physical liberation of our dear animal friends. Please share this live stream as well as our posts and fundraisers, and I think interacting with them and commenting on them really helps. Try to get them out to the right folks who can donate. You know, we only have a few more days left in this year. You know, as a reminder to our U.S. folks, because we're a 501c3 and all your donations are tax deductible. If you are outside the U.S., I have no idea how that works, but I know that even folks out from outside the U.S. have donated, and I really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much. But everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll be thinking about Jingda, and I have Lucy here and my friend Yamabushi to try to help me through this difficult time. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for your well wishes and helping me get through this as well. So have a wonderful day.